So in order to get here, there's a couple stages. And this seems to be an issue for a lot of people who first get started, so that's why I'm going to cover it real fast. And that is, what are we testing? So how do we know our ROI? We measure. How do we make it better? We test and measure and go with the winner, right? So quick little formula for split testing. There's A-B split testing. How many of you guys have heard of A-B split testing? Okay, cool. The best way to do this is to take your traffic. Initially, let's say maybe you do 50-50. That's the first phase, and let's just use some rough numbers and say this phase lasts for a month. So at the end of the month, you say, I sent traffic equally to both spots. Which one gave me the most, stick? How many leads did I get? How many sales did I get? And so forth. Which one had the higher ROI? Oh, A1? Okay. Now, A, you get 80%. Only in the first iteration do we divide this equally. Thereafter, A, you get 80% of the traffic. B, you get 20%. Does anybody know why we would do this? Yes, it does convert better. So here's the reason why it's 80-20. We know this works. The new B, sorry, I should have mentioned that once this happens, this B, hey, you lost. Bye. So we have a new B, untried, untested. I don't want to send 50% of my traffic to something untried, untested when I know this is a winner. I'll do 80% here, I'll do 20% there, and then what I'm looking at is which one is more effective on a percentage basis, right? So I can still see, apples to apples between these. Even though more is going here, I just say, well, you got 800 leads, you got 200, you got 80 sales, you got 400 sales, hey, you're the new winner. So now B gets 80% and A only gets 20%. And when I'm saying B and A, all I'm saying is kind of this version over here, that version over there. When this one is winning, I'm changing that one until it wins. When it wins, I change this one until it wins. That's how I go through A-B split testing. Does that make sense to everybody? Cool. So what you are testing, this is where a lot of people have an issue too. What are we testing? So I've got here a offer, okay? I could test the offer, but what I'm actually testing first, so I build the whole process. I have a lead capture and so forth. I have the whole process, but the first thing that I need to test actually is my targeting. So I'm not testing how many people came through here. I'm measuring that, but what I'm actually testing is I'm saying, I'm going to have one campaign that targets Clate, and I'm going to have, Mask on Facebook, and I'm going to have one campaign that targets the keyword Infusionsoft on Google, and I'm going to have one that targets Scott Martineau, another owner of Infusionsoft. So if those were my campaigns, what some people do is they just think all this is the same, and they send it, maybe they even send it to different squeeze pages or whatever. What you need in testing, what is really critical, is control points. So what I say is, all of you guys, no matter where you're coming from, instead of going to different offers, so I've seen people, they set up a bunch of different targeting and a bunch of different ads and a bunch of different offers. What you really need to do is say, I'm targeting these 3 people to one ad. So it starts with the ad. So the same ad to these audiences, which audience likes this ad better? Oh, this is my winning audience, okay? You're now the control point, and I'm going to change the ad. And I'm going to have ad 1 and ad 2. Which ad works better for this one control point, okay? I found out ad 2 works better, okay. Well, you were going to web form 1. Now let's send you to web form. Basically, once we decide that ad 2 is the winner, let's test these 2. Once they buy one of those, we say, you're the winner right here. So you go to offer 1, and there's offer 2. So we're now splitting that. Whenever we find a winner, you know what I mean? And we go here to the upsell. So it's the same kind of thing. We just trickle our way through it. So does this make sense to everybody? Hopefully none of the terminology is new. Just basically, whenever you buy traffic, you have to measure in order to know if you're profitable. Whenever you start testing, hedge your bet by only testing on 20% instead of 50. That's what this is. And as you're testing, in order to get accurate numbers, don't ever just test everything all at once. Say, right now I'm testing just my targeting, now just my ad, now just my squeeze page, now just my offer, now just my upsell, so on and so forth, because then you'll get accurate numbers and you'll move quicker.